Season 2 Reloaded added a new story mission, a new Easter egg, and Dark Ether Rift, but there are other changes and features that are genuine game changers. Some of these changes will definitely have gone under your radar. So jumping into the first big game changer, we have the Containment Level feature. If you press square, you'll be able to see that we have this new feature where every time you complete a contract in the game, you'll be rewarded with a containment level, and each containment level will give you better benefits, and these work in a tiered system. So I'm currently at containment level 92, and the highest reward is at 100. You can see the rewards that you get are genuinely game-changing for the future runs here, where you get 20% off the PackAPunch, starting with 5,000 points, which is massive because you don't need to bring in perk cans anymore. You can just buy perks straight off the rip. Mystery box cost being discounted isn't a massive deal. Getting 30% essence rewards is massive, but this one is one of my favorites on top, is being able to get 30% off perk machine costs. So combining that with the 5,000 points on spawn, you can get a lot straight away. So let's go and show you. So jumping in game here, straight away you can see 5,000 points off the rip, which is just amazing. That's the equivalent of doing a tier 3 contract straight away. Combining this with the perk discount, the perks are now 1,400 instead of 2,000, so you can get a lot of the really important perks straight away. So the way that you get the containment level up is you need to complete contracts within the game. So I've got a bounty here, and I think it does depend on what tier you're trying to do of the contract. That also depends on the amount of containment level that you earn. So let's go ahead and take this down. As we can see, big bounty eliminated +3 onto our containment level. That takes us up to 95. So now let's go and try this on a tier 2 bounty to see if the payout is any different. Well, I definitely don't have the best weapon set up to even do these bounties, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. All right, anytime now, Mr. Mimic. And there we go. And the payout is 2. You get 2 containment level points from a tier 2 contract, 3 from a tier 3, and 1 point from doing a tier 1 contract. The idea is it's definitely going to make you do more contracts in the game so that you get rewarded for it, but the ultimate thing is you also need to exfil. If you want to bank those containment levels, you need to successfully exfil as well. And there we go. Another bounty down and another 2 points to add. I went from a 92. I now have 99. I literally need to do 1 more. Let's go for a tier 1 just to show that that will give us 1 containment level. And there we go. Tier 1. And there you go. Yep. Confirmed. But that should bring us to 100%. So now we just need to exfil, and we'll see on screen hitting that 100 level and unlocking that final benefit. All right, so you see the pop-up there that our current in-game, we are leaving where we started as containment level 92. So let's see what happens hitting that 100. So every time you exfil, you'll see that the contracts you did will contribute to that containment level, and we got it to 100. You saw it there. So let's go and see in the menu. So there we are, containment level 100, which means we now have all of the benefits, including the 20% off the PackAPunch cost. It felt like we weren't getting the 30% contract essence reward. It might be bugged at the moment. It might be placebo. I don't know. But the one thing about the containment levels is that they are tied to each operator. So I've got 100 on that one, but I've only got 9 on a second operator. And then these other ones, they've got 0. So you need to max them out if you want to have those benefits on every character. But the second huge game changer that they added with Season 2 Reloaded is the brand new Mags of Holding Schematic. This has the potential of turning any weapon from being extremely bad into actually viable, and guns that were incredible into even more powerful variants. One example here is the Akimbo Swarms. They're one of my favorite weapons in the whole game, and now Mags of Holding just makes this even better. So let's go in game with a few weapons and show you just how much of a game changer this will be. The Mags of Holding is a game changer as it allows you to put all of your ammo into one single magazine so you never have to reload. And this has the potential of turning weapons that are absolutely terrible into much more viable weapons, and absolute meta weapons are now going to be even better. One of the worst weapons you could have in the game is the Lockwood 300 from MW2. It's a shotgun that only has 2 shots before it needs a reload. When upgraded, it only has 4 shots before it needs a reload, but with the Mags of Holding, it now never needs to reload, so it can shoot a lot quicker. And that's just an example on a terrible weapon. I'm going to jump in game and test it with some of the most meta weapons in the game, but for Outlaw's contracts as well, this is going to make it an absolute breeze. All right, so we're testing this on some of the most OP guns in the entire game. So starting off with the TAC Evolver LMG and the TYR Sniper, which I think is going to be absolutely OP. So by default, this has 200 of 400. And for the TYR, normally you go, John, the Kimbos are obviously the best, but I actually think that this is going to be even more powerful with the sniper variant, but we've got 5 shots there and we've got 200 there. So if we pop the Mags of Holding, we can now see that our ammo has now gone up to 600 and we have no mag. It's just the full magazine of the full 600. So we can shoot for as long as we want and we never have to reload, which is honestly quite OP. And if we swap to the TYR, we also get that benefit now where look at that. We now have 80 shots and I think this is going to be really, really powerful in the tier 3 zone. Now we're going to test this on a few other weapons in this run as well. But with this, you could just absolutely just unload into zombies, which is crazy. So now let's go ahead and PackAPunch it. 1400 without a single reload. Oh my God. You can literally just hold down the trigger and just go forever. And if we upgrade the TYR as well, 130 shots. Bro, this is honestly going to make such a game changer to a lot of the guns. It's really going to improve the metas as we've already discussed. Let's go ahead and put a legendary tool on and legendary tool on here. And now let's go over into the tier 3 zone and let's see how powerful these guns now are. Another crazy benefit as well is you can see the Mags of Holding now applies to any weapon that we pick up for the remainder of the game. So it's not even like it only works for these 2 guns. If I pick up any gun, I have the Mags of Holding equipped. So realistically, you only need to bring in 1 of the Mags of Holding consumables in a game and you can get the benefits for the entire game. Okay, this bounty is not going to know what's hit it. So we've got a Mangler, so let's go and take this thing out. Trying this without any perks is a little bit risky, but this is what the Mags of Holding is going to do. I have faith in it, all right? I have faith. So I'm going to try this first with the tier sniper. Here we go. We're just going to absolutely just spam away. And this is crazy. Look at this. It's just constantly going. Any zombies that stand in my way, they're not in my way anymore. Maybe I've not built this absolutely for the best build of this possible. But still, this is just so OP. Now for the TAC. We ready? We ready? I think this TAC is going to absolutely rip. Yeah, it's ripping. There you go. Look at it. You just spam away. I don't even have to think. Let's see. What do we get in that reward rift? Quick revive, brain rot. Not the best of rewards at all. Right, let's try it again. I must have a really bad build of the tier sniper because it was trash. This gun is not the best for taking out bosses, but inside of the tier 3 zone, it's a one-shot on every zombie. And that's honestly pretty dang powerful. And the fact we never have to reload either is a huge benefit. For the TAC Evolver, oh man, it is great. Right, I want to find another bounty. Oh, whoa, I thought my game crashed then. Okay, so now we've got this thing with Mags of Holding and with Deadshot Daiquiri. So this now should really be a one-shot. There's no excuses not to unless I'm just a terrible aim. And yeah, this is just straight ripping. I love it. I love it. Right, Mega Bomb. Mega Bomb. All right, bounty time. And then we're going to test it against one of the strongest weapons in the entire game. We've got a Mega Bomb, and I'm just going to unload into it with our TAC Evolver here. Let's get up on a bus if we can, because we won't be able to hit us otherwise. Oh, God. I love how I don't even need to worry about reloading. Just laser in, and look at this. You just never have to stop. Very, very useful. I'm getting poo thrown at me. Stop throwing your meat at me. All right, we eventually took it out. And what do we get? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so now we're going to test it on what is absolutely meta right now, the Haymaker shotgun. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. And look how much ammo we have. 240 ammo? Oh my God, this thing's destroying. And we saw by default we had 40 mags, but now look, you just have, it's just infinite damage. It's actually unreal. In most scenarios with this shotgun, you probably could get cornered and you'd be able to get yourself out of it, but due to needing to reload pretty quickly afterwards, you might take it down. But now, this thing's unbelievable. And I think this really goes to show you like how much this one thing can elevate certain guns to just be even better than they were before. There are so many bosses here, so here we go. Just see the absolute destruction we can do here. And again, it's just on tap power. No reload. I'm getting a bit cocky here. Oh, there's just too much going on here. Okay, Mega Bomb. Oh my God. Yeah, confirmed. This is absolutely OP. The gun already was, but the Mags of Holding really has just elevated it. But another weapon that gets absolutely incredible with this is the RGL. And I know what you're thinking. Yep, the RGL. Everyone's favorite. For tier 3, for taking down bosses, I think it's a terrible weapon to use. But for crowd control, yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. I think something that the Mags of Holding adds to the game, which we didn't even realize we needed, was just a lot of fun. And the beauty of the Mags is that if we get any ammo from the zombies, and we just go ahead and run over it. I need to actually find some ammo to drop first so I can actually see. The beauty is if we just find any ammo on the ground, boom, we got that thing right back up to max. Speed Cola who? Yeah, let's go ahead, though, and pat the RGL. And we now get 66, which is just ridiculous. I need to get PhD. I don't want to go down. Here we go. Can we take out the Mega Bomb? Yes, we can. So I don't have any rarity on the RGL, but you can just see how explosive this thing can be in the tier 3 when it's full rarity with the Mags of Holding. It's very, very cool. And it's nice to see that Treyarch have done this to make a lot of the worst guns in this mode a lot more viable. Not necessarily better, because it doesn't increase damage in any way, but there's just a bit more usability and additional choice with what you can use. And I think that's always a positive. It's a game changer for sure, but is it going to change the whole game to the point where there's suddenly an insane amount of replayability? Absolutely not, but it is definitely a welcome addition and something that I would like to see in future Zombies iteration. But the final big new change, which has definitely gone under your radar, is that Treyarch secretly added challenge tracking inside of Zombies matches. This was detailed in the patch notes under multiplayer, but this is also crossed over into Zombies. So if we go over to weapon that you're trying to get a camo for, like the Ram 9 as an example, now when you go over to the camo options, underneath there'll be an option to add to a tracker. So if you add it to a tracker, you'll get a prompt on the right of your screen. And when we go in game, the moment you pause, you'll be able to see a box that contains all of the tracked items. So you can have up to 5 camos that are tracked all at once. And this can almost be used as a kill counter while you're doing any of the challenges and camos that have specific kill requirements. And these also update in real time in game. So anytime you can pause, you can see the numbers update. This will also allow you to track Battle Pass classified sector challenges and weekly challenges as well. Now, the beauty of the track challenges is for the camos, they update in real time. So if you need a higher level for a weapon to start earning a camo, it will not only show you the level required for that challenge, but it will update to that challenge in the same game if you hit that rank on the weapon. Overall, I think the Mags of Holding is really going to change up some of the metas for what guns people should run in Zombies. The containment levels add an extra reward for those that really play a lot of Zombies, and if you can get that on all of your operators, it's going to make future Zombies games even easier for you, which rewards those that are playing for a long time. And whilst the challenge tracking would have been great when everyone was doing camos back when the game launched, the fact they've listened to feedback and added this in is really good. Let me know what you think is the best new change out of everything here for Season 2 Reloaded. And if you learned something new today, then hit that like button.